Okay, so here we have the user object that is collecting data from the client. Let's create a controller that can listen for an incoming post that will have the user registration information. So let's create a file, a controller called user controller, right? That can listen in for incoming posts. So we'll expose this as a RESTful controller. There we go, and we're going to listen for that post. Right, so that's a post mapping, and we mapped it. I think we're posting it to the keyword register, right? And here we're going to handle this request by having a public function that is going to what we're going to do just to test the communication between these two. We're just going to write a function here that's just going to echo what we're sending it from the registration page, right? So just to make sure that the communication is working. So we'll call it register. We're going to parse that JSON object that we're sending from in the body. We'll parse it using the request body annotation, and it's going to try and parse that JSON object, and it's going to try to map it to the data type that we have here, right? And notice that hopefully what we'll find is that the username fields that come in the JSON object will map into the user field in Java, right? And we'll have an instance of user with the information from the client. For now, what we're going to do is just to check that this is working, we're just going to echo back the user that we sent over from the client. Now, for this to work as well, notice that we need to remember that the client is running on port 3000, whereas our server is running on port 8080. So we'll need to open up the communication between these two by configuring a course. Right, to configure a cross-origin request sharing, right, we use the cross-origin annotation, and in here we can say, we can describe which hosts are we okay receiving information from different domains, from different ports. So we're just going to be very optimistic and just want to say, we're fine with anybody contacting us. So let's run this server. Okay, so it's listening at port 8080. Let's head over to our client and let's try this again. Let's hit the service now. Notice that this time it did not fail, and it was successful. 200. We were able to send the Alice and the password. In the preview, notice that indeed is coming back from the server with the username and password that we had sent over to the server, and the first name. We didn't pass the first name, so it's not echoing, so by default it's null. So yeah, so we have verified that the client and the server are communicating. Right. The next step would be to see if we can store this user in a database.